and tore it into pieces. Huaxian only felt a powerful directional spatial force that enveloped himself and the alien beast Karina, locked onto a certain location, established a fast spatial channel, and instantly disappeared from the spot. As a master of formations, he easily figured out the principle of the return scroll. The city of strange beasts, the compound of a certain tribe. The formation lit up with a dazzling halo. The next moment, Huaxian and the strange beast Giolina appeared in the formation. "I'm back," someone shouted. The two looked over and saw that the formation was already surrounded by people. All eyes fell on Huaxian, looking at him curiously. Is it really a human race? Yes. His aura is completely human, but he is the largest human I have ever seen. Granddaughter, let him prove it. The old man said in a deep voice. Abi, it's up to you. The alien beast Giolina looked at Huaxian and said. Huaxian nodded, glanced at the people around him, and released the holy bloodline of the alien beast tribe. Boom boom boom. The alien beast tribe members with low cultivation at the scene could not withstand the powerful pressure and knelt down. Everyone looked shocked and shaken to the extreme. Looking at Huaxian, it is unbelievable. Is this guy really the descendant of the holy bloodline of their alien beast tribe? They felt better only after Huaxian collected his blood. The alien beast Giolina said, Grandpa, do you believe it now? The old man recovered from his shock and said excitedly, I believe it. At this time, a middle-aged man ran over and said with a gloomy face, Dad, the holy bloodline inherited by my clan is gone. Chapter 10:09. You have a bad temper, come and kill me. The old man's eyes suddenly fell on the exotic beast Karina. The latter hid behind Huaxian in panic. Seeing this, how could I not understand? Have you refined the sacred blood of the exotic beast inherited by my clan? He asked. Looking at Huaxian, other people's eyes also fell on Huaxian. Some people even moved and surrounded Huaxian. Huaxian didn't care about these people's little actions. Nodded and said, yes, the holy blood has been refined by me. However, this is holy blood, which is useless to you because only the blood of the holy clan can be refined. Hearing this, the old man smiled bitterly and said, no wonder I couldn't absorb even a little bit even after trying everything I could. Well, since you have refined it, just refine it. After all, you are my grandson-in-law. Hearing this, the alien beast Karina also breathed a sigh of relief, afraid of being held accountable. Thank you so much, Grandpa. Huaxian called him Grandpa directly. And this call of Grandpa also made the old man extremely happy. At this time, a guard came running over in a panic and said, Chief, something bad has happened. The alien beast Huaxian has brought the masters of his tribe to our door. What? Shocked. Didn't have time to react. A cold voice came, strange beast Seked. I heard that your good granddaughter came back with a wild man? Hearing the sound, I looked over and saw a white-haired old man, leading a group of people and walking towards me aggressively. The alien beast Seked laughed and said, Huaxian demon, why did you come to my house in person? I was about to. Strange beast Seked, stop smiling at me. Your good granddaughter caused the tragic death of my clan's descendants, and also caused me to be injured. How do you want to settle this account? The alien beast Seked pointed at Huaxian and said, the murderer is right here, do whatever you want. I thought to myself, he is of the holy bloodline after all, how can you deal with him? Are you the murderer who killed the younger generation of my clan? The alien beast Huaxian demon glared at Huaxian and questioned. The tribesmen behind him also all locked onto Huaxian. Huaxian smiled slightly and said, I have killed a lot of people, I don't know which useless guy is behind your clan. Hearing this, the alien beast Karina couldn't help but burst out laughing. Killing someone's descendant and mocking them, like this is really too much. Bitch, you still dare to laugh. If you hadn't run away from your marriage and hidden the human race's buffer line, my son wouldn't have gone looking for you and wouldn't have died. The middle-aged man cursed angrily. Hey, be polite if you dare to scold my wife again. I have a bad temper. You lowly fellow, you have a bad temper, come and kill me. The middle-aged man cursed in anger. Oh, this is the first time someone has made such a request to me. If I don't satisfy you, wouldn't that mean I look down on you? After Huaxian finished speaking, he disappeared from the spot in an instant. It was so fast that no one could see clearly. Careful. Their ancestors didn't see it clearly and only had time to shout out, be careful, in fear. Booming magnet. The middle-aged man's head exploded. Huaxian held the soul in his hand and said with a smile, now, give it a try and see if I dare to crush your soul. The whole audience was shocked to the extreme. As the clan leader, the middle-aged man is quite powerful, and is at the 30th level of the primary god lord. Even with such level of cultivation, he had no power to resist and his body was destroyed and his soul was captured. Stop. The ancestor of the strange beast, Huaxian demon, roared in fear. There is no longer the arrogance of the past. Stop it. If you tell me to stop, I will stop. Isn't that embarrassing? Huaxian said this inferently and increased the strength of his hands. Don't kill me, please don't kill me. The middle-aged man's soul was terrified to the extreme. In my entire life, I have never been so scared as I am now. Weren't you very crazy when you scolded my wife? Why are you scared? To be honest, I really can't find a reason to let you go. Because you dared to blaspheme me. Buzz. The blood of the saints erupted along with the pressure of a mid-level god. Boom boom boom. No one in the audience dared to stand up, no matter who it was. No one could withstand such terrifying pressure. All knelt on the ground. Do you think I'm easy to bully because I'm easy to talk to? The alien beast Hong Hai demon was filled with fear, despair, and regret to the extreme. He never expected that the one who killed his descendants was the bloodline of the Holy Clan. What's more, he has the terrifying cultivation level of a mid-level god lord. Please spare my life, sir. Please spare my life, he pleaded with difficulty. Snort. If I forgive you, won't everyone dare to challenge me? The outbreak of murderous intent makes people even more despairing. At this moment, a beautiful and pleasant voice came. Master Saint, as long as you let my family go, I am willing to serve you like a cow or a horse. Huaxian looked over and saw a peerless legendary beauty walking towards him. Although not as beautiful as the exotic beast Karina, she is also extremely beautiful. Really? Huaxian was immediately attracted. Originally, he had no intention of killing the alien beast Hong Hai Mo and others. Now that he has a way out and can get the beauty, of course he is happy. The alien beast Bukyu keeps his word and will never dare to deceive the Saint Clan Master. Okay. Since you're my woman, I'll spare your family. But this won't happen again if anyone dares to provoke me again. No matter who it is, he will die. Only then did he stop his momentum. The alien beast Hong Hai Mo and others all breathed a sigh of relief. Looking at the alien beast Bukyu, whom he always disliked, his eyes were full of gratitude. I never dreamed that one day she would be the one to save me. The alien beast Buk Moon came to Huaxian, bowed gently and called out, Master Saint. Huaxian reached out and stroked her cheek and said, Why call me Saint Clan Master, just call me husband? Back you. Thank you husband for not disliking me. What nonsense are you talking about? You are so beautiful, how could your husband dislike you? Thank you, husband. Okay, everyone, get up. Why are you kneeling? We are all family. Everyone then stood up. No one showed dissatisfaction with Huaxian. Instead, they all had smiles on their faces. Lord of the Holy Clan, they actually tried to curry favor with him. It was a great honor for them. Buzz. The space trembled violently. And an extremely powerful pressure came over and enveloped the entire monster city. The two tribes, who had just felt the pressure from the Saint Clan, were extremely shocked another powerful Saint Clan member was coming. They all looked into the distance. The next moment, a young man in fluttering white clothes appeared in the sky. He looked down at the entire alien beast tribe. Because Huaxian and the others were in the yard, I saw the alien beasts Gialina and Bukyu at a glance. His eyes lit up and he flew towards this side. Anyone with a little experience would know the purpose of the young man in white's visit by looking at his eyes. The people at the scene subconsciously looked at Huaxian, wanting to know how he would react. I also wonder if they know each other. It was discovered that Huaxian had a calm expression, and it was hard to tell whether he was happy, angry, sad or cheerful, nor what the situation was. Looking at the young man in white again, his eyes were always on the alien beasts Gialina and Bukyu, and I knew I didn't know them. Chapter 10:10. Go back to where you came from. You two beautiful ladies are so naturally beautiful. Do you have a partner? The young man in white couldn't help but ask from a distance. Alien Karina said with disgust, We all have partners, you have no chance. Leave now. It was very annoying. The young man in white had such a naked look in his eyes, it seemed as if he could see through their clothes. The alien beast Bukyu smiled slightly, pointed at Huaxian and said, This is our husband like you. He has the blood of the Saint Clan. She still felt resentful about Huaxian for hurting her family, but she had no way to let it go before. Now that another holy bloodline has arrived, she naturally doesn't want to miss this opportunity. Sure enough, the young man in white's eyes fell on Huaxian. He asked coldly, We are the only bloodline of the Saint Clan of the alien beast clan, but I have never seen you. Huaxian said coldly, You are such a rubbish. And I have never seen you before. How dare you call me trash? Being called trash in front of so many people, the young man in white was extremely angry. The momentum explodes, and it's time to take action. Seeing this, everyone else quickly retreated to a distance. The collision of the saints' bloodlines, even the residual power was not something they could bear. Aren't you trash? You have the blood of the Saint Clan. But you are only at the 50th level of the primary Divine Lord. Aren't you ashamed? What? The young man in white was extremely shocked. I couldn't see through his realm, but he saw through my own realm. What terrified him the most was that he was wearing a realm-hiding talisman on his body. It would be impossible for him to see his own realm clearly unless it was far superior to his own. Now this guy said it out loud, which made him scared. Others saw this. Everyone felt that the young man in white was weaker than Huxian. The alien beast Buckyu was a little disappointed. Who are you? Why can I feel the holy bloodline from you? He was a little lacking in confidence. If you can feel the saint blood in me, you are not trash. Go back where you came from. Presumptuous. You don't dare to release the blood of the Saint clan because you don't have it at all, right? You can see through my realm because you have a special talent. Right? I was almost scared by you. There aren't many people of my Saint clan bloodline, I know them all. You can't impersonate them. As for other tribes, even the most powerful ones are nothing but trash in front of me, so are you going to keep pretending? After such analysis, the young man in white felt more and more so. Looking at Huxian, I thought I saw through his secret. However, since he had no idea of Huxian's background, he did not act rashly. He ignored Huxian and looked at the alien beast Giolina and the alien beast Buckyu and said, "Two beauties, as long as you become my women, I will immediately take you to the holy palace and live the life of a superior person." The young man in white was confident that this would be enough to attract any woman who was not of the holy bloodline. Alien Karina said, "I'm sorry, I only love my husband no matter how good another man is. I will never betray my husband." Stupid, this guy is just a little bit special. He can deceive you but can't promise or renote to me. What future do you have by choosing him? Now, I'll give you another chance, come to me and be my woman. The almost commanding tone made the monster Karina even more unhappy. He said angrily, "Who do you think you are? You are a waste. Do you think I have a future by following you? You can't even see through my husband's identity, but you are so arrogant, I think you are a short-lived ghost." Hearing this, the whole audience was shocked. I never expected that the alien beast Karina would be so crazy and dare to attack the holy clan. You. The young man in white was so angry that he couldn't speak for a moment. His eyes fell on the silent alien beast But Moon, and he asked loudly, "Do you have the same idea as her?" "Don't misunderstand, Master Saint. I feel guilty about offending you although I am also his woman. I am different from her." "Why is it different?" "Master Saint, I didn't follow him willingly. But he wanted to hurt my family, so I had no choice but to sacrifice myself to save them." "I see." The young man in white cast a sharp gaze on Huxian and scolded him. "How dare you pretend to be of my Saint clan bloodline, and even dare to use the name of my Saint clan bloodline to threaten others? You deserve to die." The blood of the saints erupted with a powerful state, oppressing people like Huxian. Everyone's eyes immediately focused on Huxian. Want to see his reaction? Huxian had a calm expression and didn't take the aura pressure of the young man in white seriously at all. This scene is shocking. I never dared to doubt Huxian's identity again. The face of the alien beast Buckyu turned pale. What he said just now could be said to have offended Huxian. She originally thought that the young man in white was from the same Saint clan as Huxian, so even if there was a difference, it would definitely not be that big. Now I understand that the gap between the two is extremely huge. Huxian stared at the young man in white and said disapprovingly, "That's it? How is that possible?" The young man in white looked incredulous. "Let me show you what Saint bloodline and strength are." Buzz. A terrifying aura burst out from Huxian's body, and the momentum of his bloodline and cultivation together crushed the young man in white. The latter was instantly locked in place, unable to move. The increasingly powerful force suppressed him, causing his face to become paler and paler. His internal organs were damaged and blood was gushing out. The look in his eyes when he looked at Huxian was filled with fear and despair to the extreme. Because he felt a strong murderous intent. This guy is really going to kill himself. Click. Under the tremendous pressure, this guy's legs were directly broken. Even so, he was still locked by the terrifying aura. Click, click. The ribs and bones in the body were all broken. Magnetic. The skull was cracked with dense cracks and bright red blood oozed out. The resilient blood vessels throughout his body began to burst. And soon he was covered in blood. The whole person looks extremely scary. Buzz. The space trembles. The next moment, a huge circle like a mirror appeared. A projection emerged from inside. "Stop it, sir," an old man said majestically. "Don't ask, don't get angry. And you can't tell the other person's happiness, anger, sorrow or joy. The mere projection brings an extremely powerful pressure to people." Huxian looked at the old man and did not dare to underestimate him. But he was not afraid, and said inferently, "If you tell me to stop, then I will stop. Doesn't that mean anyone can bully me?" This answer shocked the people around him to the extreme. It's obvious that the other party is a high-ranking member of the Holy Clan's bloodline. I thought, even if we are of the same holy bloodline, shouldn't we respect each other? Young people being young and energetic is good, but being ignorant is foolish. I'll say it again. Stop. Chapter 10:11. You are looking for death. Stop? You tell me to stop and I'm going to stop, isn't that embarrassing? Huaxian sneered coldly. The body of the young man in white was about to break into pieces. If this is really the case, even if the body is reshaped, the impact on cultivation will be enormous. You're looking for death. The old man from the same clan was extremely angry and murderous intent suddenly erupted. Even if it is just an image, it carries the murderous intent to destroy everything. The terrifying pressure spread out. All living beings within a 10-mile radius felt as if their lives were about to stop, causing fear that came from the bottom of their souls. Huaxian also felt the strong pressure. It is certain that this old man is at least at the intermediate level of God Lord. Although the pressure was enormous, Huaxian was not afraid. He said coldly, "Can the Saint clan bully others? I am also from the Saint clan. You are bullying the wrong person." Buzz. The first level of intermediate God Lord's cultivation realm exploded. Suddenly, the power unleashed by Huaxian was only stronger than that of the old man from the Holy Clan. Of course. The old man of the Saint clan is only projecting the power of the explosion now, so everyone is more shocked by the strength of the ancestor of the Saint clan. Boom. There was a loud bang. The body of the young man in white exploded. Only one soul was left, still trapped in the same place, unable to move at all. Ancestor, save me. The young man in white in the soul state felt a powerful oppressive force pressing towards his soul. This made him no longer able to be arrogant. So he put aside his pride and begged for mercy miserably. "You irritate me." The old man from the Saint clan roared angrily. Then the space was distorted to the extreme. Boom. Suddenly collapsed. Then an extremely strong vortex appeared. The next moment, the void was torn apart, and a certain point in the void was infinitely compressed by great means, and the distance was getting closer and closer. Then it exploded with a loud bang. Then, an old man walked out from the explosion site. Spanning billions of miles in an instant, this powerful method is extremely terrifying. But the old man has the range. The space within a radius of 100 miles seemed to have stopped. That terrifying power is more terrifying than doomsday for living beings. If you are killed at the end of the world, you can still be reincarnated, but if you are killed by an old man, it seems that you can't even be reborn. You deserve to die. The old man glared at Huaxian and pointed his finger. The space shattered instantly. Nothingness shortens. This method makes the attack speed reach an extremely terrifying level. A fatal blow. Huaxian sacrificed his strongest realm without hesitation, turning it into a fatal blow and slashing at the old man. Huff! The old man's attack vanished in an instant. Feel the terrifying energy locking onto you. The old man's expression changed drastically. It was unbelievable that the power unleashed by a fellow at the first level of intermediate God Lord could make even a person like me, who was at the 10th level of intermediate God Lord, feel despair. Completely defenseless. There was absolutely no time to react. He was enveloped by a terrifying attack. Everyone who noticed this scene opened their mouths wide, stunned. When everything disappeared, the old man was no longer there. The soul of the young man in white was still there, but he had been frightened by the scene before him and had lost his ability to think. Just at this moment, Huaxian took a step forward and appeared at the collapsed void passage where the old man had come from but had not yet completely disappeared. A terrifying divine power erupted, using super strong strength to consolidate this passage once again. Then he took a step forward and disappeared from people's sight. On the exception side, is the holy land of the alien beast tribe on top of the holy mountain. The vortex that should have disappeared in the sky suddenly stabilized. Not good. An old man with gray hair screamed when he saw this scene. It soared into the sky, unleashed an extremely powerful attack, and hit the whirlpool. Boom! With a loud bang, the vortex collapsed and nothingness collapsed. When everyone else breathed a sigh of relief, there was a violent tremor in the space. Next second, a formation descended from the sky. Nothingness enveloped the entire Holy Land. The Great Void Killing Array. This majestic, cold and ruthless voice came from high in the sky. An endless power of nothingness swarmed in from the vast universe. Added to the Great Void Killing Array, the strange power caused the creatures covered by the array to fall into a state of destruction. There is no power to resist. No matter what level of cultivation you have, it is useless and just a decoration. Less than a minute, everything in the Holy Land turned to dust and dissipated into nothingness. Huaxian's figure appeared in the sky, covered in blood. It turned out that the vortex of nothingness was shattered by a powerful saint of the alien beast clan, causing him to suffer destructive damage. This is also the reason why Huaxian killed the man. He took out a handful of various spells and took them. However, the blood was repeatedly shed to no avail. It's no use, you can only wait for your injuries to get worse and your life to slip away. At this moment, Huaxian felt a deep sense of powerlessness. I feel so small in front of the vast nothingness, and so powerless in front of the powerful force of nothingness. Of the wave of his hand, countless formation materials were scattered throughout the entire territory of the alien beast tribe. He mobilized the strength in both hands, integrated the power of nothingness, set up the sky prison formation, and imprisoned the entire alien beast tribe. This moment, Huaxian saw the gaze of the alien beast Karina. Some of them just can't bear it. Looking back, the strange beast Karina felt that her body could not move, and the next moment, she appeared next to Huaxian. Husband. You? Looking at the blood spurting out and Huaxian's increasingly serious injuries, he was extremely worried. It's okay. I'm fine. The prison heaven formation is complete. As he said this, the bodies of Huaxian and the alien beast Karina began to rise. When it reaches a certain level, the formation is generated. The strange beast Karina could no longer sense the presence of her people. Just about to ask Huaxian. Huaxian put his arm around her waist and waved his hand. A teleportation array appeared and locked onto the holy land of the human race. The next moment, he disappeared from the spot. When it appeared again, it had already arrived above the human race's holy land. Oh my god, those are the alien beastmen. Oh my god, is that the mutant bloodline of the alien beastmen? Is that Huaxian? How did she become a beastman? Boom. At this time, Huaxian's body finally couldn't bear it anymore and exploded. Husband? A strange beast, Karina, roared in despair and was extremely sad. Ding! The host has entered the death state, please choose the resurrection location. Ding! Congratulations to the host. You have comprehended a trace of the power of nothingness and obtain new attribute rewards each time you revive. You can get a double bonus to your cultivation level. Resurrection on the spot. Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have used up one resurrection opportunity and successfully resurrected on the spot, and your cultivation has been doubled. Your current realm is the second level of the intermediate divine lord. Sure enough, that doubled. What made Huaxian speechless was that he was only at the first level of intermediate god lord. And doubling it would only be the second level if he was at the 50th level of intermediate god lord. Wouldn't doubling it be directly at the 100th level of intermediate god lord? Elder brother. Huaxian Yao shouted from a distance. It turned out that they had also come to the Holy Emperor Palace, the holy land of the human race. Yes. Sister. Huaxian agreed and pointed it out. The energy in Huaxian Yao's body began to awaken. Her body underwent tremendous changes. And her cultivation became stronger and stronger. In less than a quarter of an hour, his cultivation was restored. Holy Lord! A whole audience was shocked and countless people exclaimed. Chapter 10-12, I'm so mad. Honey, are you okay? The body of the strange beast Karina shrank rapidly, and she came in front of Huaxian and asked with great concern. I'm fine, Huaxian said with a smile. Who is she? Huaxian Yao came to Huaxian and asked. My wife, your sister-in-law. TSK, you wish for that, I am the Holy Lord. Besides, I'd rather be your wife than your sister. It's up to you, Huaxian said. Asshole. Bully, am I such a casual person? No. That's right. You are not a human being if you get up casually. Oh, I'm so mad. By the way, if I become your man, will I be the Holy Lord? Huaxian asked, remembering the mission. There you go. What? A Holy Lord's order. Anyone holding the Holy Lord's order is the Holy Lord of the Holy Land. Good. Huaxian took the Holy Lord's order. Ding! Congratulations to the host. You have become the master of the Holy Land, and have been recognized by all the creatures of the Holy Land. You have been rewarded with the power of all the rules of this world. Huaxian was stunned. Unexpectedly, the completion of the mission is to obtain the Holy Lord's order. You can actually get the Holy Lord order, however? Huaxian Yao was even more shocked than him. Why can't I get the Holy Lord's order? Huaxian asked curiously. Only those who have been recognized by more than 80 of the creatures in the Holy Land can be recognized by the Holy Lord's order. And to obtain the Holy Lord order, you must gain 100 approval from the creatures of the Holy Land. I see. Huaxian was also very curious. How did he obtain the Holy Land's holy order and 100 recognition? Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have obtained the power of the rules to leave this world, and you are leaving this world by force. A force so powerful that even an intermediate god could not resist Law to Huaxian. The next moment, disappeared on the spot. Where are the people? Fuck. When Huaxian reacted, he had already returned to the 11th floor of the Demon Academy. At this moment, the 11th floor became a portal. Huaxian looked back and saw that everything was blurry and there was obviously no way to go. Looked towards the door and walked over. After a strange feeling, I arrived at a hall. There were countless cushions in the main hall, with people sitting on them. All with their eyes closed, resting. Seeing someone walk out of the door, these people opened their eyes and looked over. Huaxian also looked at them. At this time, the leading old man said, "After 13 million years, someone finally walked out of this door." Hearing this, Huaxian became curious and couldn't help asking, "So who was the person who passed through the portal 13 million years ago? Who was it here?" Everyone at the scene looked at each other in bewilderment. The old man in the lead smiled bitterly and said, "We are doing nothing. By the way, what did you go through?" Everyone in the audience looked at Huaxian with great curiosity. "I'm also curious. What did that person experience 13 million years ago?" Hearing this, only that person smiled bitterly and said, "You are all like this." As expected, none of those who can climb to the 11th floor of the ladder are simple people. The person 13 million years ago was a girl named the demon Kashaz. She entered an ancient world filled with giant ancient beasts. There were no tiny humans at all. She became the king of the ancient beasts there, and only then was she able to come back. The world of ancient beasts. Huaxian exclaimed, very surprised. In this case, the 11th level of the Demon Academy's ladder does not lead to just one place. So, what kind of person is needed to achieve such a grand feat? Huaxian was extremely curious and couldn't help asking, "I want to know, which great man left this ladder to heaven, especially the 10th floor?" The other party shook his head and said, "I don't know. I am the oldest person in the Demon Academy. This ladder existed when I was here. Besides, there is no record of it in ancient books, so there is no way to trace it. Now can you tell me where you were going? Don't get me wrong, I just want to make a record of my ascent to the 11th floor of the heavenly ladder, so that I can leave something for those who come after me." Huaxian nodded and said, "I entered a sealed demon world. That world is full of demons. And there is also a holy land for the human race. The humans there all live in the holy land and are very powerful. I disguised myself as a human and helped them defeat the powerful enemy, the beast tribe. After I became the Holy Lord, I left that world." "You actually disguised yourself as a member of the tribe and became their holy leader?" A white-haired old man stood up and questioned. In his hand was a staff, and a faint light rang out. The next moment, the light shot towards Huaxian. Huaxian did not feel any danger and did not dodge, allowing the faint purple light to envelop him. "You are actually of the Holy Emperor demon bloodline. No wonder you were not discovered when you disguised yourself as a human. Same temporary level?" When the people around heard these three words, they were all shocked. 4 people stood up and looked at Huaxian excitedly. Huaxian didn't say anything. The old man continued, "Disguise yourself as a human and show me." Huaxian nodded and returned to his human identity. This time, the staff in the old man's hand emitted a white halo that enveloped Huaxian. After a while, the old man said excitedly, "Wonderful, wonderful. It is worthy of being the same temporary level demon bloodline, and it should be the top among the same temporary level. He is disguised as a human, but there are no flaws at all. It acts as if he is a human in the first place. Is that so? And if he goes to the human divine realm, wouldn't it be 100 certain that he won't be discovered? You should know that those of us who have passed the 11th level in the past have gone to the human divine realm and have not been heard from, since we don't know whether we are alive or dead. Yes, he is now the best person to go to the human race, and he can also investigate what happened to the tribe member before." Huaxian was a little surprised to hear this. Human divine realm? Isn't this the place where humans ascend? It really doesn't seem right that I have been in the demon world by chance. Your name is the devil Huaxian, right? You heard what we said. What do you think about sending you to the human realm?" asked the leading old man. "No problem for me," Huaxian agreed readily. But what?" the old man asked. "I still have a lot of things to deal with here. I'll finish them before I go." "No problem, once you've dealt with it. Come find me anytime. By the way, as a reward for clearing the first level, before you leave for the human world, you will be the new principal of the Demon Academy. Naturally, you can use all the resources of the Demon Academy." "Thank you very much. This is the principal's order." The old man threw the token over. Huaxian took the token, and immediately countless information flooded into his mind, all related to the Magic and Martial Arts Academy. At the same time, I also knew how to leave here. He clasped his fists towards the people here and said, "Everyone, I'll be leaving first. The people here are all the top leaders of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy, and are also the backbone of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy. Ridiculously strong. The lowest level is the first level of the primary Godlord realm." No one spoke, and Huaxian left here smoothly. Chapter 10:13. What if this is the case? Walk out of the hall. Huaxian then discovered that the hall was actually high in the air. Looking down, the large characters Magic and Martial Arts Academy floating in the air are very eye-catching. Holding the Dean's token, all the identity tokens of the Magic and Martial Arts Academy were easily locked. He immediately found a beautiful woman practicing sword in a dark bamboo forest. Mission target, the Platinum Legendary Beauty Feng Wu Blood Moon. When I first came to the Magic and Martial Arts Academy, the system issued a task: resist the temptation of the platinum legendary beauty Feng Wuzuyu. Completing the task would earn you 1 billion resistance points from the opposite sex, and as an additional reward, the hosts designated at review cultivation would be upgraded to a higher level. It's so incredible. This made Hu Xian very excited. Now he has reached the second level of Intermediate God Lord. If he completes the task and advances to a higher level, he will become a Advanced God Lord. I didn't think this task was anything special before. I can't help but get excited when I think about it now. A thought appeared silently beside Feng Wuzuyu. Unfortunately, the beauty was so serious in practicing sword skills that she had no idea there was another person next to her. Hu Xian watched carefully without saying anything. As for temptation, even perfect level beauties can resist this, so the platinum legendary level can be said to have no appeal at all. I saw Feng Wuzuyu practicing sword over and over again, but it is never satisfactory. Hu Xian couldn't help but speak in the end. The sword is not a weapon, the sword is a part of the body. The sword is your soul, the sword. Hearing the voice, Feng Wuxiu's body trembled violently. But there was no time to see who it was. Quickly understand what Hu Xian said, and practice sword quickly. This time, it was surprisingly smooth. The sword moves that were difficult to comprehend in the past suddenly became clear and he completed them in one go. Just a few minutes. Hu Xian stopped. And Feng Wu Blood Moon also stopped. Boom! A heaven-defying sword intent rose up from his body. The mat was rolled out in all directions. Shocked the entire Magic and Martial Arts Academy. Countless people put down what they were doing and looked towards the bamboo forest. Is that the place where the platinum legendary beauty Feng Wuzuyu practices? This sword intent is so terrifying. She has made a breakthrough. Invincible. Another invincible sword master has appeared in our Magic and Martial Arts Academy. High altitude. The door of the hall where Hu Xian walked out opened again. Hundreds of powerful spiritual senses explored. But I noticed Hu Xian. The bold man suddenly realized. Someone said. It turned out that he was the one who gave the pointer it's normal for him to break through. I just didn't expect that this demon Hu Xian is also a sword demon. After the breakthrough, Feng Wuzuyu turned around excitedly and looked over. As soon as he saw Hu Xian, he exclaimed, "Is it you?" Hu Xian asked doubtfully, "Do you know me?" Feng Wuzuyu smiled bitterly and said, "You are the first person in more than 10 million years to reach the 11th floor of the heavenly ladder. Not to mention our Magic and Martial Arts Academy. There is no one in the entire Demon Island who doesn't know you. I didn't expect you to come out. Am I really that famous?" At this time, Feng Wuzuyu pulled off the headscarf on her head. Her hair flew everywhere, and her temperament suddenly soared. A platinum legendary level's appearance is rising steadily. In a short while, he reached the legendary level of the king. Hu Xian was stunned. When Feng Wuzuyu smiles, she is even more stunningly beautiful. Devil Hu Xian, how about I be your partner? The voice is charming and attractive. Hu Xian smiled and said, "Sorry, you're not my type." What? The demon Blood Moon was stunned. I never expected that even after I had restored my true appearance, this guy would reject me so readily. After a while, he asked in disbelief, "Are you serious?" Hu Xian nodded and said, "Yes, I am serious." After saying that, he turned and left. It's just strange that the system didn't prompt that the task was completed. Could it be that there is something else hidden about Feng Wu Blood Moon? If this was true, Hu Xian was scared to death. I'm afraid it would have been impossible for me to complete this task before. As expected, the mission with the best reward would not be that simple. Really? Feng Wuzuyu's beautiful and melodious voice came. What if this is the case? Hu Xian looked back. Stunned. Feng Wuzuyu's beauty actually soared again, directly reaching the level of peerless legend. With this appearance, it is just one step away from becoming a perfect legend. I never thought that Feng Wuzuyu was hiding so deeply. How about it, am I worthy of you now? Seeing that Hu Xian didn't speak, Feng Wuzuyu asked again. Hu Xian reacted, shook his head and smiled. It's not about whether you are worthy of me, but I can't accept you. Goodbye. After saying that, he turned around and left again, with no regrets in his heart. After all, we have all come into contact with perfect legendary beauties, so the lethality of peerless legends is naturally not great. But when he thought about how he would not be able to complete this mission if he had faced Feng Wuzuyu in the past, Feng Wuzuyu was stunned, unable to understand why. After hesitating for a long time, she couldn't help but ask, Devil Hu Xian, there are so many women around you, but none of them can compare to me. Why did you reject me when I took the initiative to confess my love to you? Hu Xian did not answer, but left without looking back. When you are completely out of the sight of the Devil's Blood Moon. Ding, congratulations to the host, you have completed the task of resisting the temptation of the Phoenix Dance Blood Moon, and obtain 1 billion resistance points of the opposite sex. The additional reward is to upgrade the specified cultivation level to a higher realm. Please lock the realm attribute. Improve my body refining realm. Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have obtained the mission reward, and have successfully upgraded your physical cultivation level to the first level. Your current level is the first level. Your current level is the first level of the Advanced Divine Lord. With the mission completed and his strength improved, Huaxian was in an extremely good mood. Check out the remaining tasks quickly. Mission 1. Help the demon Shuoi go to Tianyuan to find her mother. Complete the mission to get a random gift package reward, ranging from the lowest quality gift package to the highest quality super god level gift package. Task 2. A mysterious treasure map is generated, triggering a treasure hunt task. Completing the task will earn you random luxury rewards. Mission 3. Sneak into the death prison to receive a random reward. Mission 4. Lead the future Helen to bravely break into the death prison. The woman known as the mission leader should pay attention to the system to repair the fragments. There is a low probability of obtaining free fragments. A fourth mission reward is of no use to Huaxian. After all, the heroine system has been repaired. However, the task of sneaking into the death prison and obtaining random rewards had to be completed anyway, so the fourth task was also completed easily. He quickly locked onto the demon Shuoi and all the heroines on Evil Island, and decided to take them one by one to complete the mission. My dears, I'm back. Where are you? Come to the main gate of the Demon Academy and gather there. Your husband will show you off and fly with you. It's my husband. Husband, where are you? Honey, I miss you so much. Honey, I'll be right over. Honey, I'm at the main gate of the Demon Academy. You right there. The extremely excited voices of Demon Shuoi, GFE, and Dragonfly Yuyo were heard. Don't worry. I will go to the main gate of the Demon Academy immediately. Chapter 10-14, Death Prison. At the main gate of the Demon Academy, Huaxian fell from the sky. Look, what is that? Isn't that the demon Huaxian, who climbed to the 11th floor of the ladder? Oh my god. He's back? And I heard that as long as you pass the 11th level of the ladder, you will become the Dean of the Demon Academy. So, he is already the Dean of the Academy? Countless people's eyes fell on Huaxian, and they were all talking about him, full of curiosity. Husband? Husband? When GFE and the others arrived, they shouted excitedly when they saw Huaxian. She even quickened her pace, wishing she could throw herself into Huaxian's arms immediately. Huaxian landed on the ground, and Dijiao Lian was right next to him, flying in. Honey, I miss you so much. I miss you so very much. Honey, I miss you too. Husband. Soon, Huaxian was surrounded by dozens of beauties, making people around him envious. Xiao Woi. Let's set off now and head to Tianyuan to find your mother. Honey, is it true? The devil Shuoi was extremely excited. She didn't expect that her husband still remembered this matter. I was so moved that I wished I could become one with Huaxian. Of course it's true. With a wave of his hand, a state-of-the-art aircraft appeared. Wives, get on the aircraft, we are in a hurry. Well, husband, let's go up together. Surrounded by people, he boarded the aircraft, lock onto Tianyuan and rush away. Hubby, we haven't had sex for a long time. Honey, I want to. Okay. Come one by one. Huaxian felt a headache because his wife's many disadvantages were revealed at this time. I'm simply too busy. The following time was spent satisfying each wife. Time flies and 7 days have passed. Ding ding, we have reached our destination Yanyuan. There is a powerful formation blocking us, so the aircraft cannot enter. The aircraft's warning sound rang out. After Huaxian finished his work, he walked out and pointed his finger, creating a huge gap in the formation. Keep going. The aircraft flew directly into the abyss. There are cliffs on both sides of the abyss, which seems to be deep underground, but exposed outside it is a very strange place. Stop. Who is it? A burly man, holding a huge axe, stood in front of the aircraft. Huaxian directly controlled the aircraft, projected the portrait of the demon Shuoi's mother and asked, "Do you know this person? Our Lady? Who are you? How come you have a picture of Our Lady?" The other party questioned, becoming extremely alert, and secretly notified others. Seeing this, Huaxian stopped talking and waited for the other party to arrive. Less than 3 minutes. A crowd of people is coming from afar. The person in charge is the one Huaxian and his team are looking for. Meet the Virgin Mary. The big man knelt down respectfully. Get up. What's going on? Your Highness, there is a portrait of you on this aircraft. At this time, the aircraft opens. The demon Shuoi walked out. When the Virgin Mary saw her, her eyes narrowed and her expression changed drastically. The demon Shuoi was also trembling slightly with excitement. After a while, he mustered up the courage to shout, "Mom! Daughter, is it really you?" The mother and daughter rushed towards each other tacitly and hugged each other. Ding, congratulations to the host. You have completed the task of helping the demon Shuoi find her mother. And received a random god-level gift package. The permission to use the infinite human king point is unlocked. Huaxian's body trembled. Unlimited king point usage rights? I never thought that this seemingly ordinary task would have such rich rewards. I didn't expect that this task could be accomplished so easily. Mom, let me introduce you. Husband, come here. Huaxian walked out, and the others followed behind him. It's surprising to see this scene. Mom, this is my husband, the devil Huaxian. Devil Shuoi introduced enthusiastically. A holy mother looked at Huaxian and said coldly, "You are the one who easily broke the formation defense of my clan?" Huaxian nodded and said, "Yes, it's me. So, your formation strength is very powerful. So. But a general one, come with me." After saying that, he pulled the devil Shuoi away. Huaxian had no choice but to follow. Soon, they arrived at a place that looked like a spring. Huaxian was surprised to see this spring-like vortex. "What do you see?" asked the virgin. "This is a traditional channel, originally directional, but someone on the other side seems to be trying to change it to a two-way channel, and is about to succeed. You can tell at just one glance." The Virgin Mary was shocked, and the people around her were also shocked. Huaxian said calmly, "Anyone who knows the formation can see it." Hearing this, the old men behind the Virgin Mary looked furious. As masters of formations, not only did they fail to see it, they also did not have the ability to solve it. "Then can you solve this problem?" asked the Virgin Mary. "I want to know where the other side is," Huaxian asked. "Across the way is the evil Death Island, which is known to the world as the Death Prison. This was originally an entrance for dropping off prisoners, but we didn't expect problems to arise recently, and they are getting worse." "Death Prison?" Huaxian muttered, his eyes shining brightly. "I was going there, but I was worried about how to get there. Unexpectedly, the entrance appeared right before my eyes." "What do you mean by being so excited?" Frowning. "Unfortunately, I have to take my wives to the Death Prison for some fun, and my wife is going to live stream in the Death Prison." "You're taking them to the prison of death? Don't you know that people are allowed to enter but not leave the Death Prison?" the Virgin Mary said in shock and anger, just because her daughter was among them. "I know, but aren't people almost done with two-way teleportation? I'll give them a helping hand." After Huaxian finished speaking, he took out a pile of formation materials and threw them into the vortex. The next moment, there was a bright light and the two-way transmission was completed. "Don't want." It was too late for the Virgin Mary to stop it. Dazzling white lights lit up. One after another, ferocious-looking people were teleported over. "I am free now after 10,000 years, I finally left that damn place, I am finally free." "You've only been here for 10,000 years, but I've been imprisoned in that place for a full 100,000 years. I finally left in my lifetime. I'm lucky, I came out after only 3,000 years in there. Those who imprisoned me in that hellish place. Just wait for me when I, the devil Kangtin, come out. It will be your doom." "Hey, something's wrong, there are so many people watching us," a calmer person suddenly said. Snort. "So what if they just watch? Can these little shrimps stop us?" "That's right, killing them is the first step in our revenge." Chapter 10:15. Damn, what is going on? Kill. A group of people, ruthless and quiet. Just take action. Everyone in Tianyuan was frightened so much that their expressions changed drastically and they retreated one after another. Staring at Huaxian, he wanted to eat him. Because this is all caused by him. Boom boom boom. The next moment, these ferocious people all crashed into the barrier of the formation. The people who used too much force were hit hard. "Damn, this formation is so powerful, everyone. Concentrate your attacks on one point," someone commanded. Good. Everyone joined forces to attack a certain point in the formation. The terrifying pressure that emanated from it made the people of Tianyuan tremble with fear. Only Huaxian looked calm. The people around him are not afraid at all because they trust him. Boom! Amid the loud noise, the formation was not damaged at all. This scene shocked the whole audience. Damn! What level of formation is this? Why is it so terrifying? Everyone inside was extremely angry. The people of Tianyuan looked at Huaxian and were shocked to the extreme. "I didn't expect that the formation this guy casually set up would be so terrifying. Not good." Someone noticed the changes above their heads and exclaimed in surprise. More people looked up and their expressions changed drastically. "Oh my god, this is actually an attack and defense formation, and it also absorbed the attack power we just exploded. Damn it. What the hell is going on?" Boom. The attack formation that has absorbed enough energy is activated. The terrifying attack enveloped those inside. "Damn it, defend with all your strength and don't attack the formation anymore," someone yelled. Some people also roared. "I'm not going to defend you guys, just play by yourselves." He jumped directly back into the vortex and ran away. I don't play anymore. Me too. Or people chose to run away. The main reason is that the pressure released by the formation attack is too strong. Damn it. Seeing so many people running away, how could the remaining people dare to stay and fight? They all ran away too. In this way, the crisis that had frightened all the creatures in Tianyuan into despair was resolved. Their eyes fell on Huaxian and they were shocked to the extreme. Wise. Come on, let's go to the death prison for some fun with your husband, Huaxian said and walked into the teleportation vortex. Good husband. No one was afraid at all and followed in madly. Mom, I'm going too. The demon Shuoi said and rushed over. Outer? Mom, don't worry. There won't be any danger following your husband. The next moment, everyone disappeared into the teleportation array. Wise, you are too weak. Your husband has decided to use heaven-defying means to increase your strength. Everyone became curious. What kind of incredible method could this be? System, use the human king points to improve the strength of all the female protagonists to the highest level that can be improved so far. Ding, congratulations to the host. You have successfully used the human king points to improve the cultivation of all the female protagonists currently. All the female protagonists can be promoted to a realm one level lower than the host, locked in the realm. The intermediate God Lord realm. Huaxian was shocked when he heard the system's feedback. He only has one line that has reached the high-level God Lord level. Unexpectedly, the heroines can directly reach the intermediate God level because of this. Very unexpected. A few minutes. So the heroine completed the upgrade. Feeling the new realm of cultivation and the destructive power in their bodies, they were all stunned and couldn't recover for a long time. After a full 10 minutes, Demon Shuoi was the first to react and asked in disbelief. Husband, are we now at the intermediate Divine Lord level? Yes, that's right. Even after getting Huaxian's affirmation, he was still extremely shocked. Intermediate God Lord. That was a realm they had never dared to imagine before, but now they have reached it so easily. Honey, I feel like I'm dreaming. Me too, husband. At this moment, the scene in front of me suddenly changed. The next moment, he appeared in a ruin. There are broken roots and limbs everywhere, there is no intact place. It was as if he had just been baptized by Doomsday. There were people surrounding it. The appearance of Huaxian and others immediately attracted everyone's attention. The originally noisy scene became quiet. Wow, there are so many beauties. Mine, these beauties are all mine. Bullshit, all these beauties are mine. These people rushed towards the demon Shuoi and the others as if they had never seen such a beautiful woman before. Huaxian waved his hand. A huge formation covered the entire place. Boom boom boom. All these guys crashed into the formation. Someone shouted, "It's this formation that we couldn't break even with our combined attack, and there are also offensive formations." Yes, this is it. I told you and you didn't believe it, now you can see it. I'm seeing right, this guy set up this formation with just a wave of his hand. Right? Someone pointed at Huaxian and said, I saw it too. Is this formation really that powerful? What nonsense, we will find out if we attack together. Break it for me. Countless people attacked the formation together. No, this formation has an attack formation. If it absorbs enough energy, it will have the opportunity to attack and punish. Those who had experienced it before shouted. But it was too late. Boom. A joint attack of hundreds of people landed on the formation. Just as they were waiting for the formation to break. Only to be horrified did he discover that the formation had not moved at all. Magnetic. There was a faint sound overhead. But it attracted everyone's attention. Everyone subconsciously looked up. The energy generated by their attack quickly flowed into the energy ball above their heads. The energy ball burst out with an increasingly stronger aura. A terrifying pressure swept over. Everyone within the range of the formation was shocked to the extreme. Wise, if you want to live stream, you need to start it quickly. I want live broadcast. I want one too. As a result, everyone started live streaming. Honey, there's no signal. That's right. Husband, I can't live broadcast. It's okay, I'll help you. Huaxian immediately took action. After a while. Wow, honey. There's a signal. I have it too, so I can broadcast live. Hey. No one is watching. I want to buy the trending posts and get on the top of the reward list. Me too. Everyone immediately gave me rewards. And my post quickly became popular and topped the list. Suddenly the whole world exploded. Fuck, why is the place where the anchor is so desolate? Fuck, this place is like hell on earth. Anchor, where are you? Dear fans, we are on the island of the dead, the prison of death. The anchor is really good at bragging. Everyone knows that there is no signal on Death Island. However, the environment the anchor is in looks really bad, and the actors look very ferocious. Don't look at the host upstairs, look at the top of his head. Chapter 10:16. The whole audience was stunned. and the whole network was stunned. Everyone looked above the anchor's head. The scenes they saw shocked them greatly. Oh my god, that's an attack formation. Doesn't it look like an act? That terrifying power seemed to be felt through the screen. Strong, the anchor is working too hard for the live broadcast. Right? Boom. Under the attention of the entire network, the terrifying formation attack broke out. He chopped towards all the people covered by the formation. Boom. Oh my god, that guy was blasted to pieces? Could it be that he used a random teleportation scroll to teleport away? Some were not killed by the blow and let out miserable cries. Seeing these people. They look so miserable. It doesn't look like acting. This is fucking acting. It looks like this is a real live broadcast. But where is the host broadcasting? After a few minutes, those covered by the formation were either dead or injured, and their lives were miserable. Huaxian waved his hand and put away the formation. He walked out with everyone who was live streaming. When I got outside, I saw that the place was still crowded with people. The surrounding environment still had that doomsday look. Oh my god, they didn't really go to the death prison, did they? Those people look so cruel. And the environment is also very scary. Who knows, no one who enters the prison of death can ever come out. My dear children, do not doubt it, we are now in the prison of death. Look at these people. They are the vicious criminals who have been imprisoned here for countless years. Look, after so many years, not only have they not repented, but they have become even more brutal. This is because this is a death prison. What the anchor said sounded true, but I still didn't believe it. After all, everyone knows that there is no signal in the death prison. That's right, even though the anchor simulated the death prison scene and it looked very realistic, I still don't believe it. Who are you? How do you have a signal from the outside world in the death prison? A fierce old man came out and asked. Oh my god, I know that guy, the evil demon Caesar T, who is extremely cruel and slaughtered 10 cities by himself. Yes, I know this guy too. He was eventually arrested by the 10 most powerful men, and was said to have been thrown into the death prison. So, it is true that they are broadcasting live in the death prison? Damn, there's that guy too. I know he's a rapist who has ruined countless girls. Don T let him go to death prison. And that guy. The entire internet exploded because they recognized many of the criminals who were imprisoned in death prison. I now believe that the anchors are really broadcasting live from the death prison, because many criminals are openly imprisoned in the death prison. I believed it. But the anchors were too awesome, they actually dared to go to the death prison and successfully broadcast live online there. Nonsense, do you dare to go to the death prison without some ability? Huaxian looked at this guy and said, we are from the outside world, we come here to broadcast live and have fun. As long as you don't take the initiative to cause trouble for us, you won't be hurt. Fuck, who is this guy, so crazy? Going to the death prison to play live, and asking those criminals not to bother them. I don't know this guy, but it seems like these anchors are in the same group with him. And they followed him. It seems that this guy is not simple. I am very curious about what will happen next. You are very arrogant. Ditto, you know that among us, the worst ones are at the God Emperor Gene realm. Hearing this, everyone around looked at him with ferocious eyes. The God Emperor Gene realm, is it very strong? Wise? Tell them, what realm are you in? Intermediate Divine Lord realm. I am also at the Intermediate Divine Lord level. We are all at the Intermediate Divine Lord level. The whole audience was stunned, and the entire network was stunned. Are you crazy? These anchors actually said they were at the Intermediate God Lord level? You must be crazy, thinking that the Intermediate God Lord realm is a common realm. Can anyone reach it? Upstairs, what is the Intermediate God Lord realm? That's right, above. What exactly is the Intermediate God Lord realm? Even more people don't know what the Intermediate God Lord realm is. Downstairs, you are too ignorant. Aren't you? You don't even know what the Intermediate God Lord realm is? At the scene, countless vicious people burst into laughter. Some people laughed until they cried. Someone said, did you hear that? They said they are all at the Intermediate Divine Lord level. That made me laugh to death. This is the best joke I have ever heard. Beauty, if you were at the Intermediate God Lord level, I would cut off my head and let you sit on it, a guy said loudly. In front of you, asked the dead spirit Zhusheng. Of course I take it seriously. Well, enjoy it. Sisters, let them feel what despair is. Okay. Boom boom boom. A powerful aura of their cultivation exploded, shocking the entire audience and the entire internet. Every corner of the world fell silent at this moment. It was simply because the momentum of all of them broke through the sky, forming a terrifying vision in the sky. You know, this is the combined outburst of dozens of intermediate level gods. Boom boom boom. Everyone on Death Island, no matter who they were, knelt down. Among them, the most powerful one is only at the 100th level of Junior God Lord. Everyone was terrified to the extreme. What is even more unbelievable is that these seemingly young beauties are actually at the terrifying intermediate godlord level as they claimed. That guy, didn't you say you would cut off your head and use it as a stool for us? Now you can. They are confident in their current strength and ignore everything. Mercy, mercy, I deserve to die, I shouldn't have said that. Please forgive me. This guy kept kowtowing and begging for mercy. Let you go. How is that possible? As a man, you should keep your word. Will you do it yourself? Or will we do it? This guy is desperate to the extreme. Hydra King, cut off your own head quickly. At least your soul won't be destroyed if they do it. That may not happen. Someone nearby reminded. Oh, so you have 9 heads? Then chop them off together. Hikaul as I also spoke. The Hydra King looked at the giant and wished he could tear him to pieces immediately. The guy smiled smugly, as if he did it on purpose. Seeing this, the Hydra King was extremely angry. Da Bankyanze, just wait for me, I will definitely not let you go. Chapter 1017, the entire network explodes. Gentlemen, I am willing to submit to you, my dreaming pet. Just let me go. Roar. After the Hydra King finished speaking, he transformed into his original form, becoming a gigantic creature with the word king on each of its 9 heads, emitting a bloodthirsty aura. Follow me, said Dai Jiaoyi Lian. As a member of the Earth Dragon clan, they still feel a sense of intimacy with the Hydra King. Thank you, master. The huge body of the Hydra King began to shrink, and he happily came to the side of the Earth Dragon Lian. Looking at Da Bankyanze, his eyes were full of murderous intent. Master, please kill this guy. Hearing this, Da Bankyanze's body trembled violently and he became terrified. I never expected the Hydra King to do this. With my realm of the first level of the primary God Lord, how can I be a match for the intermediate God Lord? The cold gaze of Dichaoyi Lion looked at him, making him even more desperate. The Hydra King immediately started to show off. Da Bankyanze, aren't you very arrogant? Before he finished speaking, Da Bankyanze also did something shocking. My lords, I, Da Bankyanze, am also willing to follow you, please take me in. Roar. With a roar, it turned into a huge rock. Just follow me. Konkuya stepped forward and said, thank you for taking me in, master. Da Bankyanze looked at the Hydra King proudly, shrank his body, and flew to the side of Konkuya. Oh my god, are you crazy? The 2 murderers actually recognized the master. The above poster is short-sighted. Any of these women is at the intermediate level of God Lord. If they don't follow, are they waiting to die? Yes, if it were me, I would also choose to follow them. Ladies, go around and if you meet anyone who is blind, just kill him, Huaxian said casually. This caused countless criminals in the death prison to tremble and feel fear. Okay, husband, let's go shopping. I'll go over there. I'll go over there and take a look. Ding, congratulations to the host. You have completed the mission of sneaking into the death prison and obtained the mysterious reward. The human throne. Human throne? Huaxian was stunned. Check out the properties now. Human throne. The exclusive chair of the human king. Wearing it can gain supreme power and enhance any means of the host. Supreme power. Any means? Huaxian was shocked. Ding, congratulations to the host. You have completed the task of leading the prospective heroine to bravely break into the prison of death. After completing the task, you will receive a fragment of the heroine system. Repair. The heroine system has been repaired. And the reward is converted into unlimited resurrection ability. Unlimited resurrection ability? Huaxian was stunned. Doesn't that mean I don't have to die? Isn't this reward too generous? Hurry and check the treasure map mission. You don't know until you see it. You will be delighted once you see it. The treasure map turned out to be the entire island of death. Buzz. Huaxian suddenly flew high into the sky. Only after this flight did I realize that the death prison has extremely strong gravity. Even though he, a high-level god, flew high into the sky, he felt the extremely powerful oppressive force. Seeing someone flying high into the sky, countless people looked at them in shock. Seeing that there were really people flying higher, the entire death prison was stunned. Only they knew how terrifying the gravity above the death prison was. Now, there are people who are actually flying high into the sky against the gravity. What kind of terrifying state of mind does one have to achieve this? It's him, the man who brought these intermediate gods to the light broadcast? I want to know now, what realm is he in? I'm afraid it will take at least a high-level Divine Lord realm, right? Huaxian flew to a certain height and could no longer rise, so he had to stop. My heart was already in turmoil. With his level of a high-level god, he had only risen 5,000 meters, which was already the limit. It can be seen that this death prison is really terrifying. Dead on. You can just see the whole picture of the death prison. Compared with the map, it is exactly the same. Eyes fixed on one place. Disappeared from people's sight in an instant. The speed itself, coupled with the terrifying gravity, made the descent speed reach an extremely terrifying level. Then, it landed at the highest point in the entire Death Island. Oh my god. Look, where is he? Magnetic. A terrifying electric current instantly spread out from the ground and completely enveloped Huaxian in the blink of an eye. A whole person turned into an electric man. Is he dead? I also think that even a high-level godlord can't handle it, right? Ding, congratulations to the owner, you have been baptized by the Earth's lightning, and your lightning realm has begun to improve. Feeling the improvement in his lightning skills, Huaxian was ecstatic. This treasure has not even started to be searched for, but such a reward has been obtained. Of course, if it were any other creature, no matter who it was, it would probably be killed. You know, this lightning and thunder elevated his level to the intermediate level of God Lord. It can be seen how severe the lightning has reached. Buzz. A loud bang erupted from Huaxian's body. The realm that symbolized the high-level Godlord was forcefully broken through. As the lightning realm enters the level of advanced Godlord, the energy brought by the lightning became weaker and could no longer improve Huaxian in the slightest. Suddenly I felt a little regretful. I thought I could make a crazy breakthrough with the help of the lightning in the Earth score, but I didn't expect it to be over like this. After his cultivation level broke through, he looked around carefully. This is a huge thunderstone with a radius of 100 meters. In the middle of the thunderstone, there was suddenly a strange formation. As an expert in formations, Huaxian could tell at a glance that it was an ancient teleportation formation. I guess this is the entrance to the treasure. Take out the materials and put them in their proper places. Buzz. The formation was activated, emitting dazzling colorful light that shot straight into the sky. When it rushed to a high altitude, it was suppressed by some mysterious force and then reflected back. But it does not refract towards one point, but towards tens of thousands of points on the boulder. Rumble. Amidst the loud noise, the huge thunderstone actually began to sink slowly. All the creatures on Death Island were stunned. Eamon Shuoi and his friends even live broadcasted the entire process, shocking the entire internet. The legend is true, there is a treasure in the place of death. That guy must have come prepared, his goal is the heaven-defying treasure. But, that guy is really strong. When he presses the lightning, I feel scared even through the screen. Gurgle. Just when everyone was shocked, a strange noise was heard. Then the scorching heat spread out. People on the entire island felt the high temperature and felt like they were about to melt. Everyone looked towards the location of the boulder in horror. A huge rock bit that sank has been submerged by extremely hot magma. What is shocking is that even from a long distance, one can still feel the high temperature and horror of the magma. What will happen to Huaxian who is drowned? Everyone became curious. Will that guy be evaporated? I think that guy is dead although he withstood the lightning. The high temperature of the magma is not something that the power of lightning can withstand. I also think he is dead. The whole network exploded. Chapter 1018. I think this is possible. Huaxian, who was surrounded by magma, entered a state of fire attribute improvement and felt extremely comfortable. Buzz. The magma boiled and terrifying pressure was released. In just a few minutes, Huaxian completed the breakthrough. Continued to sink. People outside saw that the boiling magma was visibly drying up, and then frost appeared, and a bone-chilling cold air was released. The whole audience was stunned and the entire network was shocked. Had this guy withstand the speech? It should be able to withstand it, otherwise the next stage will not be activated. Who is that person? Why is he so awesome? Nonsense, how can it not be a lie? Didn't you see that those vicious guys on the island of the dead were all shocked by his actions? So strong, he is the strongest man I have ever seen, I really want to marry him. As people were talking, the frost and cold air disappeared, and then a terrifying force of wind appeared. The wind was so strong that it seemed as if the surrounding space was about to be chewed into pieces. Fortunately, the power of wind was confined to a certain range and was not released. Otherwise, the entire Death Island would be destroyed. In just a few minutes, the power of wind disappeared and was replaced by the heavy power of earth. It exudes a heavy aura that destroys everything. Shit, that guy can't have mastered all the powers. Right? I think it's possible. Each of these powers is extremely terrifying, but that guy can master them all. What a monstrous talent he must have. At the Demon Academy, all the senior executives had already been alarmed. Looking at the enlarged live broadcast screen in front of them, everyone's face was filled with shock. As expected, he is the one who can climb to the 10th floor of the heavenly ladder and walk out alive. His talent is too terrifying. He should be blessed with a unique chaos talent that can accommodate all attribute powers. What shocked me was that he seemed to have trained every type of strength to a very high level. Would it take others more time? Maybe with him here, we can really take over the human realm. I'm wondering whether I should tell him about our demon realm, or whether I should let him go to the demon realm first. I don't think so. It will be a burden for him. Let him go to the human realm first. Well, let him go to the human divine realm first. Devil's Island, the location of the boulder, the properties of that big pit changed again and again. Huaxian looked at the force of space in front of him and fell silent. Because this was his incomplete power, and he was afraid it would be dangerous if he went down. The Thunderstone did not sink automatically, as if it was giving him a chance to choose. To be precise, Lei Shi has already recognized his master. Let's go. After hesitating, Huaxian decided to go ahead. As he spoke, the Thunderstone sank again. Endless space forces pouring in. The body was instantly penetrated by space. Cells ruptured, blood vessels exploded, blood splattered. It was a miserable scene. Click. Broken bones. The space element took over the whole body and the situation became more and more critical. Even the soul began to be invaded by space elements. Roar. The endless pain made Huaxian scream. Ding! Congratulations to the host, the power of space is being integrated, and the realm is soaring. I saw the level of space elements soaring from the lowest level. In less than 3 minutes, he reached the level of pseudo-god genes. Huaxian found that he had a new understanding of space. But this is just the beginning. As the space element merged into the soul, it felt as if the soul was torn apart and the pain was indescribable. But the level of space elements has soared all the way, becoming extremely terrifying. Outside, everyone was shocked to see the space above the pit twisted into a pretzel shape. This is the power of space? Oh my god, what on earth is underneath this Thunderstone? It actually has such a terrifying spatial force. I am now curious. Is that guy still alive facing such a terrifying spatial force? He should still be alive, right? This phenomenon would have disappeared long ago. If he's still alive, that guy would be horrible, right? This time, a full hour passed. Buzz. An extremely strong spatial aura began to fluctuate. The entire space of Death Island was shaking, as if it was about to collapse. Boom! With a loud bang. An even more terrifying aura burst out. Is this realm pressure? Or is it the realm pressure of space power? This guy actually controls the power of space? The shock is indescribable. In the pit, Huaxian's body began to be recast. It lasted for another 5 minutes. And a complete body that had mastered the power of space appeared. Huaxian discovered that as long as he was willing, he could just take a step forward and the world would be within reach. It is extremely shocking. The spatial power of this high-level godlord is truly terrifying. It is more terrifying than any other power he possesses. Weirdly powerful. He looked down at the bottom of the Thunderstone. That is a force even more bizarre than the force of space. Even Lei Shi became afraid. Huaxian had already guessed it, even if it was the terrifying power of time. Having never come into contact with this kind of power, Huaxian was very worried that once he entered, he would never be able to come back. But when I think about it, now and in the present, I have the ability to revive infinitely. Why not give it a try? If you master the power of time, wouldn't you be invincible? Thinking of this, Huaxian became excited. Thunderstone. Descend. Buzz. Lei Shi began to tremble violently. After a while, it seemed to have overcome something and began to descend. Soon it was overwhelmed by the power of time. When Huaxian's feet were submerged, he was shocked to find that he could not move his feet. A strong feeling of uneasiness and fear surged in my heart. The Thunderstone rises. However, the Thunderstone could no longer rise and could only sink slowly. The lower half of the body had been submerged by the power of time and was unable to move, as if it was trapped in time. No matter how hard you try to struggle, all your skills are useless in the face of the power of time. This is true even for those at the high-level godlord level. It has completely lost its function. I can only watch myself sinking. And he was completely submerged by the power of time. Huaxian opened his eyes wide, his body completely unable to move. At this time, the sinking did not end. The increasingly terrifying power of time began to invade the soul. The soul also began to condense. Outside, people looked at the big pit where the Thunderstone sank, and everything seemed to have returned to calm. Because there is no more attribute power bursting out. Is it over? Someone asked curiously. Maybe it's over? Should I say that guy is dead? I'm dead. The power of space is so strong. Oh, what a pity. If this guy didn't die, he would be absolutely invincible. I don't know who picked up a stone and threw it towards the pit. However, the stone stopped at the edge. Everyone was shocked, because the stone did not fall down, as if it was trapped. What's going on? It doesn't seem to stop. Could it be that this is a power that we have never come into contact with? Chapter 10:19, The Power of Time. It's imprisoned. Could this be the legendary power of time? An old man exclaimed. The power of time. The whole audience was shocked. The whole network exclaimed. The existence of the power of time is much more mysterious than the power of space. I can't see or touch it, but I can feel its passing. After all, aging is the best proof of the passage of time. In the pit, Huaxian's body and soul were wrapped in the power of time. But his consciousness became clearer and clearer. Huaxian was immersed in the wrapping of time. It feels like time is passing faster and faster. Finally, it was almost unbearable. I don't know how many years have passed. Huaxian's hair is now completely white and his body is just skin and bones. He looked extremely old, as if he would die at any moment. I see. Huaxian's consciousness roared excitedly. Then, according to the discovered rules, try to communicate with the power of time. After failing countless times, finally, I am no longer a stranger to the strange power of time. After experiencing it countless times, he finally mastered the first trace of the power of time. Next, it's much easier. As time passed, Huaxian mastered more and more power of time. The soul's constraints began to weaken. The old body began to regain vitality. I don't know how long it took, but the soul confinement disappeared. The body is getting younger and younger. And the body is gradually regaining its freedom. When the last bit of time power is also mastered, the body is fully recovered. There was a colorful light flashing in Huaxian's eyes. See the flow of time around you clearly. Even the scars on the stone walls caused by the passage of time are clearly visible. The colorful light in his eyes magnified again. The horrifying scene appeared. He was able to see through layers of rock and soil and see everything outside. Take into account some of the trauma caused by the passage of time. Huaxian smiled bitterly. It turned out that time has always been hurting everything. Time is the biggest threat of all. Suddenly I thought of something. Huaxian shot out a force of time towards the stone wall in front of him. The next moment, time went backwards. The damage to the stone wall returned to what it was an hour ago. Huaxian was extremely shocked. He really had mastered the power of time. Ding, congratulations to the host, you have mastered the last power of the mysterious treasure, the power of time. Completed the task of exploring the mysterious treasure, and obtained random luxury rewards. The power of all systems has reached the first class cultivation level of the master. Dominate first? Huaxian was stunned. You know, his current highest realm is only the second level of high-level God Lord. There is still a top-level God Lord between the realm of domination. There is only 98 levels between the high-level God Lord and the top-level God Lord. This is a direct leap across to major realms. Just dominate? As the masters of this realm, they couldn't believe it. As he mastered the realm of domination, Huaxian found that his control over the power of time had become easier. Only then did I understand that the power of time at this level can only be mastered by the master. And he himself had actually mastered the complete power of time, at the level of a high-level god, and was able to use it. Now it seems that the system rewarded me with the ability to dominate others, probably because of this reason. After adapting, I looked down and saw endless darkness. There was a dazzling light flashing in Huaxian's eyes. The eye of truth is facing downward. It is unfathomable and has no end in sight. A full quarter of an hour seemed endless. Huaxian was shocked. If you think about it carefully, this place can't be that deep. And I can't see the end. There is only one possibility. The rules of this place are higher than my current level. Thinking of this, I am even more shocked. I am now at the level of a master. You should know that there are only 10 levels of the domination realm. The first level realm is absolutely invincible in this world. It is really shocking that we can't see through this place. This means that this place was set up by a being more powerful than himself. What is that? Above the Lord, there is a great Lord, a peak Lord, or even a supreme God? Which level of existence would it be? Husband. Husband. As these sounds came one after another, Huaxian's thoughts were interrupted. Looking up, Gefe and the others had all come down. Seeing that they looked flustered, obviously they were worried about him, he smiled knowingly. Here I am, darlings. Husband? See Huaxian. They all breathed a sigh of relief and rushed over shouting excitedly. Soon, he was surrounded by a group of beautiful women. Okay, don't worry, I'm fine. Honey, what on earth have you been through? All kinds of forces, fortunately I can bear them all. Let's go, it's time to leave here. Leave here? Honey, can you take us out of here? Yes, husband. Isn't Death Island a place where people are allowed to enter but not leave? Yes, the passage we came in through self-destructed. Self-destructed? Yeah. I don't know why, it just self-destructed. It doesn't matter, you can't stop us. Ladies, please make way. After hearing Huaxian's words, they obediently moved aside. I watched curiously, not knowing what Huaxian was going to do. Huaxian stretched out one hand. A powerful spatial force erupted. And the space trembled. The terrifying rules of space penetrate the endless nothingness and shorten it 2 inches. Under the shocked gaze of Gefe and the others, the gate of nothingness in front of him changed. And the scene of Demon Academy appeared. The next moment, he was directly locked in a huge palace. The palace was empty. but the plaque above it had inscribed with 4 large characters, Dean's Hall. Everyone was shocked. Duffy asked in disbelief. Honey, if we pass through this portal, will we return to the Demon Island Demon Academy? The others also looked at Huaxian. That's right, just step over there and you'll reach the Devil's Island Demon Academy. Husband, what terrifying spatial power have you mastered to be able to do this in the legendary death prison? The evil spirit Yizu asked in shock. It's not bad, just at the high-level Godlord level. Huaxian kept some. After all, the realm of domination is too scary. Even so. Everyone was shocked to the extreme when they heard this state. Okay, let's go over there. A heroine stepped through the space portal one after another. Sure enough, he appeared in the hall. As Huaxian waved his hand, time went back, and this place returned to its original state in the eyes of the criminals outside. Restored? That guy and his women are all dead. Right? Someone said in shock. Nonsense, this place is extremely weird. I'm afraid even high-level gods will perish here. It would be strange if they didn't die. What a pity, those beauties. Each of them was as beautiful as a fairy, are gone just like that. I feel so sad. That's true. Each of those beauties is top-notch. It would be great if I could get the favor of one of them. Hey, to be honest, I've already slept with all of them in my mind. Boom. A bolt of lightning struck, and the guy was instantly turned into ashes. Chapter 10:20. You are not the devil's lucky star. Who are you? The people around suddenly became quiet. The next moment, a huge human face appeared in the sky. It's him. Everyone recognized it. It was Huaxian. If you dare to insult my woman again, you will die. As these words were spoken, the terrifying might of heaven descended. The entire Death Island, no matter what level of cultivation, no one can withstand this divine might. Boom boom boom. They all knelt on the ground in fear. He was trembling with fear, his heart was filled with extreme fear, and he dared not have any evil thoughts anymore. After Huaxian finished everything, he stepped into the door of space and appeared in the hall. Husband. GFEI and the others gathered around. Wise, I'm going to the human realm next, so I can't take you with me. Hubby, we don't want to leave you. Hubby, can you please take us with you? They all surrounded Huaxian and acted Kokith's lie. Huaxian thought for a moment and said, well, then you can enter my personal world space to practice. Okay. Gladly agreed. I thought, all I have to do is follow my husband. In that case, let's go in. Huaxian opens the door to the world. Goodbye, husband. Hubby, please come visit us more often. Honey, I will miss you very much. After a series of reluctant confessions, she entered Huaxian's world. Huaxian glanced around. The laws of time are clear at a glance. I was surprised to find that this hall had stood for no less than 100 million years. Even so, facing the passage of time, the palace cannot withstand the erosion of time, and will have to be rebuilt in 1,000 years at most. Of course, this has nothing to do with him. One thought locked onto the mysterious space high in the sky. He took a step forward and appeared out of thin air in front of the Demon Academy's top leaders. Even though there was one more person, no one here noticed. Huaxian heard that they were all discussing the live broadcast that had just happened. I wonder if our Dean is still alive. His soul tablet is not broken, so he must not be dead. Even if he's not dead, that place is so weird, he can't get out, right? Alas, what a pity, he may be the most evil Dean in the history of our Demon Academy. Are you talking about me? Huaxian's voice suddenly sounded. What? Hearing the familiar voice, everyone at the scene was shocked. Look over suddenly. When I saw that it was really Huaxian, I was shocked to the extreme. Most people stood with their mouths open. Stunned. Huaxian got straight to the point and said, I came here to tell you that my affairs have been dealt with and I can go to the human divine realm. You really are Devil's Fortune. How did you get out of there? No, even if you left there, you can't go back to the Demon Academy so quickly, right? You are not the Devil's lucky star. Who are you? Everyone became alert. I am the Devil's lucky star is for how I left there, because I mastered the power of space. What? You actually mastered the power of space? Everyone was shocked to the extreme. Huaxian sneered at the sight and thought to himself, if you knew that I am already a master who has mastered the power of time, you would probably be shocked to death. I don't believe it unless you show me the power of space, an old man said, looking into Huaxian's eyes. The others also looked at Huaxian. This is easy. Huaxian pointed at the guy. Just when everyone was curious about what was going on, the guy exclaimed, damn it, why can't I move my body? What? The whole audience was shocked. They kept staring at Huaxian and didn't feel any fluctuations in power. This elder was stunned. How is this possible? Even if it is the power of space, it is impossible not to have energy fluctuations, right? The next moment, this guy had a look of shock on his face. Even his soul was imprisoned by the power of space. Apart from a look of horror, he was unable to express anything else. Demon Elder Taze, what's wrong with you? Someone asked him loudly. But no response was received. I didn't believe in evil and pushed it. Ding dong. Like a stone sculpture. It fell to the ground. At this time, Huaxian stopped. Oh my god. It really is the power of space that even imprisoned my soul. The demon Tess reacted and roared in shock. The whole audience stared at Huaxian in shock. It's unbelievable that at such a young age, he has mastered the terrifying power of space. Someone asked, Devil Fuxing? Could it be that you mastered the power of space in that mysterious pit on Death Island? Huaxian nodded and said, Indeed. What's in there? Another person asked excitedly. There are all kinds of terrifying power rules, any one of them can instantly destroy people below the level of God Lord. And I, thanks to the countless treasures on my body, was able to withstand wave after wave of killing by the power rules. Finally, when I encountered the power of space and felt that I was about to perish, I discovered that I actually possessed a rare spatial physique. So not only was I not killed by the power of space, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. I mastered the powerful power of space and was able to return. Seeing that Huaxian's words were so sincere and everyone couldn't find any flaws, they believed it. In that case, isn't there a great opportunity on Death Island? Someone suddenly said. The others also followed suit and their eyes became heated. Huaxian interrupted, You're overthinking it. Who among those imprisoned on Death Island isn't an evil person? Why haven't they gotten any great opportunities? As for me, at least I am one of those who entered the 11th floor of the heavenly ladder. Otherwise, how could I have such good luck? Hearing this, everyone suddenly realized. The existence of Death Island is more difficult to rescue than Evil's Island, but no one has gotten the great opportunity to come out. Are you and others still dreaming of going in and getting a chance? It's almost like committing suicide. Devil's Lucky Star, since you have mastered the power of space, you will have more means to protect your life when you enter the human divine realm. I believe you will be able to accomplish your mission. Yes, that's right, with your ability to control the power of space, you will definitely thrive in the human realm. Many people said excitedly. Only the old man in the lead said, Don't get excited, everyone. Although the human god realm is also called the god realm, it should actually be called the supreme god realm. I have consulted countless ancient books and obtained partial information that the human divine realm may be the largest divine realm in our universe. The humans there not only master the power of space, but even the more terrifying power of time. So, when the demon Lucky Star goes to the human divine realm, it still needs to act with caution. Not be arrogant, and certainly not be careless. Supreme God's domain. Everyone was shocked. Huaxian was also very curious. That's right, above the God realm is the supreme God realm. Even if the divine realm controlled by humans is not the highest divine realm, it is probably not far off. So when you go there, be careful. These are the soul marks of the tribesmen who passed by. If they are still alive, you should be able to sense them. Okay, then help me enter the human divine realm. Huaxian said excitedly. Chapter 10:21, You are the husband God gave me. Okay, follow me. A group of people took Huaxian to a house. After passing through one mechanism after another and being teleported several times, we finally arrived deep underground. Huaxian looked around. Extremely shocked. They are all extremely advanced offensive and defensive formations. Obviously, if you don't follow the normal process to break in here, you will definitely be attacked terribly. In the center, there is a transparent platform of only 3 square meters. What surprised Huaxian was that it was actually a transmission platform made of pure energy. What is even more shocking is that the energy of this transmission platform is so strange that even Huaxian cannot see through it. The runes in it are even more ancient, exuding an aura that intimidates everything. Huaxian was shocked. Because as the master, he felt the danger when facing those runes. It's unbelievable that there are such terrifying things in the demon world. The old man in the lead explained. That is the super teleportation array to the human divine realm, and it can only teleport to the human world. And only teleport? And how can I come back after I go there? Huaxian asked curiously. You can only rely on your own abilities. However, you have mastered the power of space. As long as you can gain a position in the human realm, I believe you will have a chance to come back. Are those people the same before? Yes, that's all. To prevent the human realm from discovering us, this teleportation array was built to be one way. But the ancestor left a will that anyone who passes the 11th level of the heavenly ladder is qualified to return from the human god realm. It's just that you are already the 10th generation. The 9 generations before you didn't make it back, and we don't know whether they are alive or dead. So you went to the human realm, remember to look for them. Okay, I'm leaving now. After Huaxian finished speaking, he leapt up and landed steadily on the teleportation array. There was no movement. I just felt a powerful Irresistible for slocking me down in an instant. It is not a direct transmission. Huaxian felt that this powerful force quickly penetrated his body, integrated into his blood, and permeated his soul. This is totally about checking yourself. This shows how cautious the person who set up this formation was. Huaxian was not afraid. He firmly believed that with the system, the formation could not detect him. And he was observing the formation even more carefully. It doesn't matter if you don't watch it, but you will be extremely shocked after watching it. This formation was too mysterious, and with his level of formation skills, he was unable to see through it in a short period of time. Buzz. At this time, the formation began to activate. Obviously, it passed the security test of the formation. Transmission begins. The next moment, an even more terrifying and powerful energy appeared. Huaxian just felt it, and then he lost control of his body, then his soul was also imprisoned, and then his consciousness stopped. Finally, that moment was what Huaxian feared the most. It would be too easy to kill him. By the time Huaxian reacted, that's when the power disappears. I just felt empty under my feet. Because he had just recovered and had not yet adapted, he fell directly downwards. Huaxian subconsciously mobilized his forces. Shocked. It seemed to be the sequel of the mysterious power, or perhaps some other reason. The power of the realm at the dominant level could not be mobilized. I could only watch myself fall. Damn it. I couldn't help but curse. Looking around, there was a wilderness below. There was a big tree that was very conspicuous, and there was a dilapidated temple next to it. I could hear it faintly. God, please give me a husband, okay? As long as you give me a husband, I can do anything. Boom! Huaxian smashed through the already dilapidated roof of the temple and fell heavily to the ground. Fortunately, this seemed to be a place where homeless people lived, and the ground was covered with thick straw. Otherwise, even his physical strength would be restricted and he would be disabled if not dead. Huge movement. A woman with a huge birthmark on her face but a good figure standing in front of the shabby statue of the Japanese suddenly looked over. I saw it was a man. The woman was very happy. Husband, you are the husband God has given me. He rushed over shouting. Although the state of mind cannot be used for some unknown reason, the state of mind is still there. Huaxian looked at the woman calmly. The latter rushed over and hugged him tightly, as if afraid that he would run away. I didn't want to let go for a long time. He kept muttering. Thank God, thank God. Huaxian smiled bitterly and said, Sister, you've been hugging me for a long time, can you let me go? No, what if I let you go and you run away? I won't run. I don't believe it. All those men said that before, but they ran away. I'm different from them. What makes you different from them? I'm better looking than them. The woman was stunned when she heard this. To be honest, he only saw that it was a man, but he didn't see his appearance clearly. Cautiously, he loosened his grip a little and looked down at Huaxian. After seeing her face clearly, I was stunned for a moment. I exclaimed in my heart. How can there be such a handsome man in the world? Isn't he a human? Is he a god? After a while, he asked, Are you human? Yes. And how come you are so handsome and good looking? Because I'm handsome, I look good. No, you're so beautiful. I can't let you go. I absolutely can't let you get away. I want to give birth to a child for you. Having said that, take action directly. Hey, don't mess around. Huaxian yelled. Want to struggle. However, except for the state of mind, all other cultivation skills cannot be used. He could only watch helplessly as the woman committed indecent acts against him. The woman seemed anxious, but she seemed to have no experience. It took half a day just to take off Huaxian's clothes. When she saw Huaxian's mysterious thing, her face turned red with shame. When he saw Huaxian's perfect face, he suddenly became anxious. I want to roar in my heart. I must become his woman. I must give birth to his child, and the child I give birth to must be the most perfect in the world. In no time he took off his clothes. Huaxian wanted to take the opportunity to escape, but he couldn't use his cultivation. Although the woman was only at the evolutionary gene level, she was able to hold him tightly. Honey, I'm coming. He pounced over and successfully captured Huaxian. Huaxian looked bitter. I never dreamed that the first thing I would encounter after coming to the human realm from the demon world would be being raped by an ugly woman. It was something he never dreamed that such a powerful being would end up like this. I originally thought that with the realm I dominated, I would have a place even in the human god realm, even if it was really the supreme god realm. I didn't expect to end up in such a miserable way. Fortunately, I have a strong mentality, otherwise I would have wanted to die. At this moment, a warm current appeared in the body. Chapter 1022, King of All Clans. Roar! Before Huaxian could be happy, the woman who was holding him down suddenly changed. A big mouth appeared and bit towards Huaxian. What are you going to do? Huaxian shouted with a drastic change of expression. I wanted to struggle, but I was powerless. You stupid demons, do you still want to sneak into our human supreme realm in this way? To tell you the truth, everyone who came in before you was eaten alive by me like this. What excites me is that each of you is extremely evil, and every time you are swallowed alive, it brings me huge benefits. Come on, my baby. Damn it. I am the king of men, and you dare to eat me alive? You are courting death. What a devil, pretending to be the king of men, are you worthy? He swallowed Huaxian in one gulp. Huaxian looked around and was shocked. This woman's belly was filled with pure and incomparable power. The next moment, a destructive force swarmed towards him. The terrifying energy shattered the body in an instant. No. Just when the soul is about to be shattered. Huaxian roared in despair. I never dreamed that after coming to the Supreme God's realm, I would end up like this. Just at this moment. The familiar power of the human king erupted. How is that possible? Came the woman's terrified voice. Lian only felt the imprisoned power returning quickly. In a matter of minutes, the power of the dominant level returned. It doesn't end there. The woman's power also began to be assimilated. No. Feeling this scene, the woman cried out in despair. Please spare my life. King of man, please spare my life. Desperate plea for mercy. I never dreamed that this guy was really the king of men. As a human being, he actually dared to devour the human king. He was simply seeking death. Huaxian was immersed in the joy of his improved cultivation. Besides, this woman wanted to devour him without any reason, so he naturally ignored her. 81 and 10 days later. Buzz. An extremely terrifying energy broke through the sky. Then it ripples out. The speed is indescribable. The supreme divine realm, which was as big as a universe, was enveloped by this terrifying energy pressure in just a few minutes. And this is not over yet. This terrifying energy pressure is still spreading, covering countless universes. Wherever he passed, no matter what race of creatures they were, everyone knelt on the ground under this terrifying energy, not daring to breathe. Countless big men looked in the direction where the pressure came from, and whispered in shock, Human King. No, this aura is stronger than any human king in any other life. This aura has already surpassed the realm of ordinary human kings. Company, how could the human king be such a monster? Huaxian himself was also shocked. He asked in disbelief, System, what realm am I in now? Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have now reached the true human king level, and there is a 90 chance of entering the king of all races level. The king of all clans. Wouldn't it be possible to rule over all races? Huaxian was shocked to the extreme. Feeling that his human king level was still soaring wildly, Huaxian became excited. As the king of all races, who unifies all races, doesn't that mean you have the final say in everything? Time passes. The terrifying energy pressure became stronger and stronger, covering countless universes. Countless races, countless lives. Were shocked. I felt even more fear in my heart. Especially those that are hostile to humans. It's like the end of the world. I don't know how much time has passed. Rumble. Colorful thunder crashed down from the endless nothingness. Buzz. A loud explosion was heard. Huaxian's cultivation level has broken through. The realm of the king of all races has been reached. An idea. Huaxian felt like he had merged into a billion universes. An awareness is still spreading. The earth suddenly appeared in consciousness. Huaxian paused. And his consciousness spread throughout the entire earth. My parents, sister, and countless other people appeared clearly in my consciousness. An idea disappeared from the spot in an instant. In the blink of an eye, a girl appeared behind him. No one noticed it. What are you going to do? Do you know that my brother Huaxian is very powerful? If you dare to touch me, you will die miserably. The girl shouted loudly to the men in black surrounding him. Their brother Huaxian left the earth and died outside. Otherwise he would have returned long ago. That's right, little sister, you better obey us obediently. I can't wait to get a taste of the sister of the most powerful man on earth. Having said that, he started taking action. Help me, brother, save me. Buzz. The space trembled slightly. The several men in black who rushed towards the girl disappeared in an instant, without leaving any trace. The girl was stunned. Younger sister. Until a familiar voice came. The girl's body trembled violently and she looked back. When I saw that familiar figure, tears welled up in my eyes. Elder brother. Flying into Huaxian's arms. At this moment, Huaxian still looks the same as when he left the earth. The brother and sister hugged each other tightly. Brother, is it really you? Yanni asked in disbelief. It's me. Brother, you are finally back. Yanni missed you so much. I miss you as well. Brother, let's go home. Go home? Yeah, go home. Okay. But wait a moment, I have to take care of a small matter. Okay, hurry up. Brother. In an instant, Huaxian disappeared. Elder brother. Younger sister. When I heard Huaxian's voice, my nervous heart finally calmed down. Huaxian can appear anywhere with just a thought. Above the supreme divine realm. Huaxian appeared here. This is also the center point of the white universe. Further out is the mysterious area. No one knew Huaxian was coming. But he had no intention of wasting time. The aura of the king of all races exploded, instantly filling every place within his consciousness. I am the king of all races, ruling over all races. Is there anyone who would not submit? No living being could stand up under his pressure, let alone resist. Very good, I was originally a human. Since I am now the king of all races, I will treat everyone equally since they are all under my rule, and all races can live in harmony. The new rules will be implemented according to my will. The next moment, the rules of all races are imprinted in the minds of every living being and are indelible. After finishing everything, Huaxian appeared beside Hu Yanni with a thought and said with a smile, "Sister, let's go home." "Brother, let's go home." At the same time, he transformed into countless avatars, appeared beside every former heroine, and took them to travel through a billion universes. The whole book is finished.